So for today's video, I'm going to be doing episode 24 of my Create This Book series. This is the finale episode, so the last episode in this entire series. So in this video, I will do the create an ending prompt, which is the last official page in the book, and also talk about my final thoughts and overall experience. Let's begin. So the prompt is called Create an Ending. Make this page into your official ending of the book. Add a completion date, write about what you got out of the book, etc. My completion date of the book was the 23rd of August, 2024. This is when I did the last prompt, and the day that I actually made this ending page was actually the 3rd of September. Take that how you want, I just decided to add this date as the completion date. You can see I wrote it in these big bubble letters inside of the box. I just really like bubble letters, I think they're really aesthetically pleasing. Then on the other page, I drew a triple scoop ice cream cone. In each of the scoops, I wrote different information about the book, so basically how long it took me to complete it, how many episodes there are on my channel. You will see later, I also wrote down my thoughts on these little bits of paper and stuck them in as well. On the top scoop, I wrote the starting date and how this book has taken me 4 years and 23 days to complete. That is crazy to think about, that I have been working on this book for so long and am finally finished with it. Not only that, but I've also filmed my journey completing it along the way, which has resulted in 24 episodes on this channel. That's just so cool to think about, that I've been documenting this ever since the first page, and here I am today making a video about filling in the last page. More about my final thoughts and experiences. It has been a really fun time doing every single prompt. It's really helped me to get out of my comfort zone and get creative. Sometimes it did get challenging, especially with prompts that I didn't really know how to get started on. But this book helped me to stay disciplined and focus on the bigger picture, which was to complete the entire book. Another thing I find cool is that this is my personalized, custom Create This Book. Nobody in the world has a Create This Book that looks like this, even if so many people probably have a Create This Book. Okay, now you can see me painting in. I did this with watercolors. I wanted the ice cream scoops to be more pastel, which is why I mixed a ton of white. Here we have a strawberry scoop. There will also be a green one and a chocolate one. Back to my thoughts, I feel like this has overall helped me to improve my art style and my art in general. It has of course helped me to get creative, but at the same time also challenged myself to draw things I wouldn't have ever drawn otherwise. Since some of these prompts are so specific and every time you have to try something new. For example, I don't draw buildings that often, but in this book there were already 2-3 prompts where you had to do that. And I had no other choice but to just push myself and try something new. You can see I'm adding some details to the ice cream scoops, shading them in, and also coloring in the ice cream cone. Now I'm also painting in the date. I just chose to do pinks, blues, and purples. Also, if you didn't know already, I had actually done a Create This Book 2 before this. There's a flip through of that on my channel as well if you want to check it out. I had completed that book when I was just starting out with art, which is why that book is so much more different compared to this one. This one is so much more detailed. I've also spent so much more time on it. The Create This Book 2, I finished in 4 months because it was COVID and we had so much free time. With this book, my goal was to make it as detailed as possible. That's why it also took me so much longer. I'm so happy to have done both and to just be able to look back at both and compare how my art has improved over the years. Now you can see for the box with the completion date, I also painted the background in yellow because it contrasted really well. To add even more contrast, I painted in the border of the page with this magenta-ish purple because yellow and purple are contrasting colors. On the ice cream cone page, I added even more ice creams because I thought it was looking kind of empty without them. I also go in with the background of this page. Originally, I wanted to do yellow, but the page behind this was blue, so the colors were kind of mixing and causing it to become this weird greenish, so I just decided to just stick with the green and paint it dark green. Since this green is dark, you can't really notice the smudginess that happened before. That's about it. I just finished in the background and colored in the ice creams, and here is the end result. You can see I stuck the bits of papers with my final thoughts on them. I really like this page, not just because of how it looks, but also because it just holds so much value and memories. It really marks the ending of a huge project, and I'm also happy that I was able to include some important information like how long it took me to fill in the book, the completion date, as well as some of my final thoughts. With that, we come to the outro of the last episode of this series. Yes, this is the last episode, but I still have the entire final flip through to post, so you guys can stay tuned for that and meanwhile catch up with the rest of the episodes. I mean, there are 24 total, many of which I have just posted recently in the past 2 months or so. So yeah, stay tuned for the final flip through. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video, which is the final flip through. Goodbye!